WrestleMania is this weekend. It's the big WrestleMania week, and it's time to do predictions. So, I have kind of stopped doing wrestling predictions, but I figured for a show as big as WrestleMania, why not? Let's do it. Have some fun with this, right? I mean, WrestleMania is it's supposed to be the biggest show of the year for all of wrestling. So we'll see. The build for this year, though, has been incredibly lackluster. This does not feel as good as it did last year. Last year, the build was extremely good, especially for, the main event, the whole Bloodline, Cody, finish the story thing. That was awesome. And then there was the stuff with Drew and Seth Rollins that was interesting as well. Tying into the Bloodline thing was Jay versus Jimmy. You had, I actually quite enjoyed the LA Knight AJ Styles build that they had going on. Rhea Ripley versus Becky was a good build. Damage Control Dissension was good. There was good stuff for build for WrestleMania last year. This year, none of that. We got none of that. We got 2 matches in here that I'm like, yeah, that. Well, actually, no, 3 matches on here where I'm like, yeah, the build's been great. And then the rest of them are like, okay, whatever, dude. Okay, well, let's get started. So we're going to start night 1, then go to night 2 from there. So night 1, Jey Uso challenges Gunther for the World Heavyweight title. Jey Uso using his Royal Rumble victory, which I still think was a dumb decision. I don't like Jey Uso. I don't buy the hype with Jey Uso. I think he's overrated as all hell. I think he's not good as a singles wrestler. And this is not because, he's gotten popular, you don't like him. I've been saying that since 2 years ago when they decided to do the stupid Jimmy heel turn thing and then Jey went on his own singles. I've been saying that since then. I don't believe in Jey Uso. I didn't like it when Jey Uso was singles going for the IC title. I didn't like it when he won the IC title. I thought that was stupid then. I don't get the Yeet thing. I don't get any of it. I don't like Jey Uso as a singles guy. I don't think it works at all. So that's my opinion on that. If you disagree, you can disagree. Just don't be an idiot and suddenly go you don't understand the nuance. You don't understand the story. I don't give a fuck. I would love for Gunther to just swat this dude out the sky, like he's done all the other times. But because they are building that, Jey Uso has never beaten Gunther. He was afraid of Gunther. He'll never beat him. You obviously know he's going to overcome it at WrestleMania and win the title. That's obviously what's going to happen. I will forever not think this is stupid. I will forever not disagree with the idea of Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble of all things to go to WrestleMania and face Gunther. I think it's a dumb decision. And I don't agree with it. But I know they're going to do it. They're going to do it regardless. So Jey Uso is my pick to win begrudgingly. I feel bad for Gunther because he could have had one of the biggest world title runs in the company. And he should have. But his title run has been dog garbage. It's been awful. He had the match with Randy, which was good. But then what have we had? What do we had? They showed his insecurities against Damien Priest. I don't want to see Gunther have insecurities like a normal human being. I want to see this guy beat the crap out of people and chop them into mincemeat. That's what I want from Gunther. I don't want him doubting himself. This guy is the ring general. He should be confident, posed, calm, collected as always, and he's a brick truck who's going to beat the crap out of everyone. That is what Gunther is, and that's what he should be. And that's not what he's been his whole world title run. At all. And none of his opponents have really been anything super big besides, again, Randy Orton, who they only gave him Randy because of the botch they did at King of the Ring. That's the only reason those two fought. But it's everyone else he's fought, I haven't felt invested in it at all. Not one bit. And that sucks for Gunther because he deserves better. He really does deserve better. But sadly, he just didn't get it this run. Hopefully, this is not the end of Gunther in the world title picture and he gets another world title run somewhere down the line and they can treat it better and he gets the title run he deserves. But that was not what this was. This was not the title run Gunther deserved. So Jey Uso's my pick, begrudgingly, to beat Gunther. Then we have Tiffany Stratton defending the Women's Championship against Charlotte, who is using her Royal Rumble victory. Charlotte is, I believe, the only woman to win 2 Royal Rumbles. Of course, they give it to Charlotte. I have not given a crap about this feud at all. I cared about them shooting on each other. I think that's like the biggest thing I care about this feud, is that, oh, they shot on each other. In a perfect world, you know, Charlotte would put the new young star over, but this isn't a perfect world. This is Charlotte Flair we're talking about. She said it herself. She's the Nepo Queen, so I have Charlotte winning the Women's World title. I don't want her to win. I'm sick and tired of Charlotte. I don't like Charlotte. I think she is the female Roman Reigns before they realized how to use Roman Reigns. That's what Charlotte was. She was just winning titles just left, right, and center for the sake of, oh, let's try and get her to her dad's titles. Like, I hate that. I hate that. When she did the hot potato with Sasha Banks, where she would just win on the pay-per-view, then drop it on Raw, and then immediately win it back on the pay-per-view. Like, that was stupid. They're just trying to inflate her title runs, right? She is, like, seriously, like, they give everything to Charlotte, dude. Like, everyone is fed to Charlotte. I will never forgive them for what they did to Asuka at WrestleMania 34. When they ended her undefeated streak for Charlotte, and then Asuka went on the mic and went, "You were ready for Asuka." No! God damn it, no! Let us never forget, Charlotte is the reason Becky Lynch is the character she is now, because Becky turned heel on her at SummerSlam in 2018, I believe, and they wanted Charlotte to be cheered, and everyone booed her. Just reminder. I got Charlotte winning though, because, you know, like she said, she's the Nepo Queen. So, sorry, Tiffy. I'm not really a Tiffany Stratton fan anyway, so I get this doesn't hurt me as much as others would. There are others have when Charlotte beat like Becky and Asuka and Rhea. You know, it doesn't hurt me as that much, but it does suck for Tiffany, I guess, because she's, you know, the new star. Then we have Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Jade looking to get revenge for Naomi beating the crap out of her and slamming her through a car. I got Jade Cargill. I don't believe this is the full story here. I believe there's going to be another swerve. I was one of the people who was thinking it was Bianca Belair. Right? Like, Bianca did it, and we're going to do like a Triple H Shawn Michaels thing. Where Bianca's like, I swear I'm going to find out who did this to my partner. Then Jade's like, it was you, Bianca. And Bianca goes, you're goddamn right, it was me. And then we get the feud there. But they've turned it into Naomi. That Naomi was jealous, and she attacked Jade for that. I still think a swerve is coming, and Bianca will be revealed to have been involved in this. Like, she didn't obviously do the attack, but she told Naomi, hey, do the attack, type of thing, right? We'll do the whole Naomi, she's like, I did it for Bianca. I did it for the people. Because Bianca, in her situation on Raw, has been getting booed. And they very much know she's been getting booed because she's kind of leaned into it recently. So I think that we're going to get a little something later that's going to be revealed that Bianca is part of this whole thing. But right for now, we're sticking with it's just Naomi who did it. I think Jade will get her revenge at WrestleMania. Then we have the Viking Raiders defending the World Tag Team titles against the New Day. This match could have easily been on Raw this past week, and it wasn't. So I'm going to go with New Day, because the only reason I see them getting this on WrestleMania is for the New Day to get their titles as a heel. Their heel turn has been botched tremendously. Like, they fumbled the ball with these dudes. Like, these guys were, like, awesome when they turned heel at first, and then they just lost to Rey Mysterio 2 weeks in a row, and it's like, what the hell are you doing? So hopefully we can get these guys back on track. We'll give them the World Tag titles, and hopefully the New Day can have some fun now as heel champs. Hoping we can do that. So I'm going to go with the New Day here. Then we have Rey Mysterio versus the WrestleMania debut of El Grande Americano. It's a lucha fest here. I'm going to go with El Grande Americano right now. This guy, you know, for the brief bits we've seen of him on Raw, he's a tremendous luchador. And, you know, his lineage goes back so far. Rey Mysterio is going to have a hard time picking up with him. So I'm going to go with El Grande Americano to beat Rey Mysterio here in his WrestleMania debut. Let's go El Grande. We have LA Knight defending the United States Championship against Jacob Fatu. This is Jacob's crowning moment. We're about to crown Jacob Fatu as the mid-card champ, and I want Jacob Fatu to go on a freaking tear just destroy everyone. Do what you should have done for Braun Breaker, which you haven't done, which is Jacob Fatu just kills everyone on the roster. I'd love it. And of course, the inevitable Solo Sikoa fight is down the line. I'm assuming that's probably SummerSlam. They're going to wait for Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu. Because I thought they were going to do it here at WrestleMania. But no, they're just going to hold that off. Probably SummerSlam. And yeah, I would love for Jacob Fatu to win a title here. Good for the man. For the former lead of Contra. The Samoan Werewolf. Good for Jacob Fatu. It does suck for LA Knight. But LA Knight's in a position where he can kind of take a loss and it doesn't hurt him that much. So that's why I see Jacob Fatu win. And LA Knight, I mean, he's been a real good champ across his 2 reigns. So hopefully LA Knight can kind of graduate now into the main event tier, and we do a main event program with him. I would like that very much. The main event for night 1. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. This is CM Punk's first ever WrestleMania main event. Have I mentioned this is CM Punk's first ever WrestleMania main event? Do you guys know that this is CM Punk's first ever WrestleMania main event? I don't know if we've been subtle enough in telling you this. Do you guys know that? Jesus Christ, shut up. I get it. Fuck. My God. So the build for this has been fun. I am a staunch CM Punk hater. I think this guy sucks. I think he's a piece of shit. But I will not lie and say the feud right now that these 3 have been doing hasn't been good. It's been real good. Especially like where Paul Heyman's loyalties truly lie and all that type of stuff. Like, that's good. I like that. I've got Roman Reigns winning because for 2 reasons. 1, out of all 3 of them, he's the biggest star. 2, he's Roman Reigns. And he's put it in his contract, I win. So that's what I got. Also because I don't want CM Punk to win. Fuck CM Punk. And Seth Rollins stood tall on the Raw before Mania. And as we all know, the person who stands tall before the pay-per-view normally doesn't win. So I've got Roman Reigns. Will Paul Heyman turn on Roman? I don't think so. I think this is all just a swerve. And it's the same thing they do at Brock Lesnar, where they're like, oh my God, is Paul Heyman going to betray Roman and go back with Brock? I think this is a lie. And at WrestleMania, when it comes down to it, Paul Heyman will choose Roman Reigns over CM Punk. That's what I think. So that's my pick for night 1. Now we move on to night 2. We have Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defending the women's tag titles against Bayley and Lyra Valkirya in a thrown together, we don't know what we're doing with these belts match, because they don't know what they're doing with these belts. Why are these belts even a thing if you very clearly don't know what you're doing with them? I have the Judgment Day retaining just because I don't care. I really don't care. And I don't see them giving it to Bayley and Lyra because they're obviously going to do more with them as competitors against each other. We have AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. I can't, in my right mind, vote for Logan Paul in anything, so I'm going with AJ Styles. And I want AJ Styles to win. Badly. Very badly. Drew McIntyre versus Damien Priest in a Sin City street fight. I love Drew. Drew's my boy. I will vote for Drew McIntyre in anything. He can tell me he is the man. I love Drew McIntyre. He's my boy. He was one of the few things that was keeping me have an eye on the WWE product in like 2020 through 2023. I was just like, what's Drew McIntyre doing? I didn't give a shit about anyone else. I'm like, what's Drew McIntyre doing? Like a pay-per-view would come on and I would just watch Drew's match and then I'd leave. Like, that's legitimately what I did for like 4 years. I just watched Drew McIntyre matches and that was it. And then I didn't care about WWE. Both these guys deserve better on WrestleMania. This is a thrown together. We don't know what you were doing with both of you, so we're just gonna throw you together, and there you go. You guys got a Magic Mania. I appreciate the sentiments, but I feel like Drew especially should get something bigger than this. This guy was carrying this damn company on his back last year, especially with the feud with Punk, because CM Punk wasn't there, so Drew had to do all the heavy lifting. He was phenomenal there. He's been great in like interviews and promos outside of it. Like, he's just the man, dude. And Damian Priest was a failed experiment with his world title run last year. Proving that, you know, he's not the big draw that they want him to be. I have nothing against Damian Priest at all. I think he's a fantastic wrestler. I think he cuts a good promo. I think he's a good, just all-around, like, wrestler. But he's not a main eventer. He is mid-card, is Damien Priest right now, until you can find a way to, like, you know, make him seem more imposing than he is at the moment, because they're very much on, like, trying to push Damien Priest as a big thing. So because of that, I'm sadly going to choose Damien Priest. I mean, again, I don't hate Damien Priest, but when it comes down to it, I would love if Drew McIntyre just won everything. Right? Like, even if it didn't make any logical sense, I just want Drew McIntyre to win. So I'm going to pick Damien Priest. Sorry, Drew, you deserve better. But yeah, Damien Priest is gonna win here. Then we got a fatal 4-way for the Intercontinental title. Braun Breaker defends against Penta, Dominik Mysterio, and Finn Balor. Okay. So, Judgment Day as a whole sucks. I hate it. I've never liked Judgment Day. Even when I heard about it when Edge formed it, I'm like, this looks and sounds stupid. It's dumb. It's very stupid. They've got a clubhouse now. Like, I understood when Damien Priest was, like, world champion and Rhea Ripley had the women's world title. But what sway do they have right now to keep getting that clubhouse? Like, none of you have anything. What, Rhea and Liv are the... Liv and Raquel are the women's tag champs. Those belts aren't worth the metal they're printed on. They're nothing. Those things mean nothing. They're accessories. What sway do you have backstage to keep getting this locker room? Finn Balor is a fucking dork. I don't know who this guy is. He's not Finn Balor. This dude's a loser. He's a complete and utter joke. Dominik Mysterio, he gets heat, but he's not a credible threat for anything. The only two people in this match who matter are Penta and Bron, and there's no way Penta's winning because, one, this is, like, he just debuted, so he's not going to win a title right away, and two, he stood tall on Raw. So I'm going with Braun Breaker. I think he's the safe pick because we're doing a whole Finn is going to leave Judgment Day thing, and hopefully, by God, when that happens, Finn Balor becomes cool again. So I'm going with Braun Breaker. I think he's a safe bet here. Also, just book Braun Breaker better. You did good at the start when he was killing Ricochet and Ilya Dragunov, and then you've kind of fumbled it since. I just want Braun Breaker to kill people. Then we have Io Sky defending the women's world title against Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. They have done a good job of making Io seem like a complete afterthought in this feud. Which does seem to be like that's the point. They're trying to make it like Rhea and Bianca are so focused on each other, they've kind of forgotten Io, and Io's like, I will not be forgotten. I'm the world champion, goddammit. You're fighting for me. So because of that, I'm gonna pick. Oh well, I was gonna say Io, but she is very much giving off transitional champ vibes, and I don't want that for Io. Io's great. I love if Io just won at WrestleMania and had a long run. I'd love it. But I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley. No, you know what? I'm switching it. I'm going to go with Io Sky. Screw it. On the fly, I'm changing to Io Sky. Okay? Io's going to win because Rhea and Bianca are so just, like, enamored with each other, going after each other. They're going to be focused on each other. Io's going to sneak out the victory. And then Rhea and Bianca can do a separate feud after this at Mania, and Io can do something else with someone else. That's what I'm going with. So I'm changing it right now. Io Sky's going to retain the belt at WrestleMania. Come on. And then the main event. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the WWE Undisputed Championship. This is the one thing that has the best build. This is the best build of the whole show. We finally got the John Cena heel turn after freaking decades of wanting it, dude. I, as a kid, was, I, like every kid, was a John Cena fan. Right? But even I wanted him to turn heel at one point. I wanted him to turn heel. I would love it if they had pulled the trigger back in 2012 and he had turned heel. Like, I would have loved it, dude. I would have so loved it. But you know what? We got it. It's his last calendar year in WWE, so it's better late than never, but, at least we will never end his career saying we never got the John Cena heel turn we wanted. We got it, and it was glorious. This heel turn I don't see going long at all. This is like SummerSlam Max, and then he'll go back to being a babyface. This is just so they can say we've done it. We've done the John Cena heel turn, right? And I love the promos he's cut being the heel, where he's like, he's had all this pent-up aggression against us, the fans, for so many years, and he's finally just letting it out. I love that. That makes me so happy. So as to who wins, and are you making me mad for both these guys? John Cena just freshly turned heel. They want to give him the belt so he gets that 17th world title at WrestleMania. He gets his heel thing already and good, and he'll drop the belt back to Cody Rhodes at like SummerSlam or something, right? Can totally see that. I can totally also see Cody retaining, overcoming John Cena, proving that, you know, John, this isn't the right way, you know, all that type of stuff. This wasn't what you needed to do. John acquiesces, and Cody continues his world title run. Because Cody has been something we have not freaking seen in WWE for a long time, which is a babyface that the crowd actually likes and wants to cheer. Right? So, like, it's hard to get that. That's very rare in wrestling to get a babyface who just everyone unanimously likes and wants to cheer. So, and Cody's world title run, it hasn't been bad at all. Like, it really hasn't been bad. And he should hold this belt for, like, over a year. I think he already has by this point. But, you know, WrestleMania to WrestleMania, you know what I mean? So good for Cody. Seriously. Like, he's done great. I firmly believe that if John beats him at this, he's just going to win it back anyway. So that's good. But this is like the hardest one, right? Like, who wins? Because, like I said, there's a case for both. But in this moment in time, I feel more towards John Cena. So I'm going to pick John Cena to win and beat Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Again, John's not going to hold this belt for a long time. Not at all. Longest is SummerSlam, even if he goes that long. Because Cody's going to win this back. But I could see John, right now, I see John winning at WrestleMania as the biggest, like, that's the one I see right now. But if Cody wins, I'm not going to be mad in the slightest, right? Like, this is a win-win situation for me because I'm happy with both results. Both results work absolutely fine with me, and that is something that has not been what the WrestleMania main event has been for a while now. WrestleMania 40 was like, if Cody doesn't win, that's it, you've ruined this, right? Like, Cody had to win. At WrestleMania 39, Cody had to win. And he should have won at WrestleMania 39. Right? Like, what other situations? Like, WrestleMania 30, Daniel Bryan, he had to win. WrestleMania 31, Seth Rollins cashing in was the only option you had. You had to do that. So, there we go. That's my WrestleMania 41 predictions. Let me know in the comments what your guys' predictions are. Do you agree with me? Do you not? Let me know as well. And what match are you most looking forward to for WrestleMania? This one, again, this build for this WrestleMania hasn't been... It's not as big as last year. Nowhere near as exciting and interesting as last year. At times, I forgot when WrestleMania was, to be completely honest with you. And if it's not for the fact that this week WWE's going to hammer into your goddamn skull that WrestleMania is on this weekend, yeah, I would not have known. But anyway, that's all I got. I hope you all enjoy WrestleMania. It's always a fun time, you know, even when I wasn't watching. You know, it was nice to just hear, like, WrestleMania in the background with, like, the other people in my house were watching. It's just like, oh, yeah, it's WrestleMania season, you know? Like, oh, it's nice. Springtime now. Sun's out. It's good. It's all good. And, you know, I have fond memories of watching past WrestleManias. I missed out on WrestleMania 36, 37, 38, 39. I've gone back now and I've watched WrestleMania 36. Like, the whole show. And it's whatever. But, I mean, but, like, WrestleMania 37, I only watched Drew McIntyre's match and the main event of night 2. WrestleMania 38, I saw Cody's debut and the WrestleMania and the main event of night 2. 39, I watched the triple threat with Drew, Gunther, and Sheamus and the main event. And then WrestleMania 40, I watched, like, actually as, like, a whole show because I got back into WWE by that point. But here we go. Another WrestleMania. I'm excited for just, you know, the fun atmosphere, I guess, that WrestleMania usually brings. But yeah, anyway, I'm yammering now. Thank you all so much. I will see you all next time. Take care.